This is what 30% body fat looks like: soft, flabby, and no definition really to be seen anywhere. This is what 20% body fat looks like: still soft, slightly more defined, and a little leaner. And this is what 12% body fat looks like: athletic, lean, and very defined. This is what most men want to look like. The truth is, less than 1% of men in the world are 12% body fat or less. And why? Well, most guys go about it completely the wrong way. So in this video, I'm going to break down for you the proven fastest method to go from 30% body fat to 12% body fat without burning out, starving yourself, or rebounding and becoming even fatter after. Now, before I give you the exact steps to do this, I want to explain to you the 3 biggest reasons most guys fail at this, because if you do not understand these, you will keep making the same mistakes over and over again. The first mistake, and one that I made countless times, is trying to go too extreme. I'm talking trying to starve yourself by cutting your calories in half, completely cutting out entire food groups like carbs, or trying to work out for 2 hours 6 or 7 times a week. Yes, you will obviously lose some weight at first by doing that, but within 1 to 2 weeks you will completely burn out, your motivation will run dry, and before you know it, you will binge, fall back into your old habits, and put everything that you lost back on, if not more. The second mistake is giving up during the adaptation phase. At a certain point during these transformations, your body is going to adapt and fight back, meaning the scale will slow down and you'll stop to lose weight as fast as you was, and also your cravings will go through the roof. And if you don't make adjustments during this period, you will likely give up. And the third reason is ignoring muscle. But what do I mean by that? Well, when you crash diet without lifting and making sure you're eating enough protein, you don't just lose fat, you lose muscle too, making you look soft, skinny fat, and weak. It also tanks your metabolism, making it harder to get lean in the long run. So you have to avoid those 3 mistakes if you want any chance of reaching 12% body fat. By the way, if you're struggling with those mistakes or maybe some other mistakes and you want to work with me one-on-one so we can correct those and get you in the best shape of your life, click the first link in the description and book a call. With that being said, now you know the 3 main mistakes to avoid. Let's get into exactly how you're going to go from 30% to 12% body fat. I cannot tell you the amount of guys that I speak to who say, oh, I was 30% body fat and I started doing all this cardio, but now I just look skinny fat. What do I do? And this is what you have to drill in your head. Yes, weight loss is relatively easy, but there's a difference between weight loss and fat loss. You can lose weight without lifting weights, but when you do that, your belly will still stick out, your shoulders will still be narrow, and your arms will look like sticks. Even a small amount of muscle in the right places makes you look amazing. It's what gives you that athletic movie star look. So weight training isn't optional unless you're okay with looking like shit. Now you have 2 options when it comes to your training. You can either go with a 3-day push-pull leg split or a 4-day upper-lower split. If you're brand new to the gym, I would go with a 3-day split, and if you've been going to the gym for any length of time or have any experience, I would go with a 4-day split. You should be in the gym for a maximum of 60 minutes, and your workouts should be predominantly based around compound lifts like presses, squats, deadlifts, rows, and pull-ups. The reason for this is they hit multiple muscle groups at once, meaning you have to do less to get the result that you want. Something really important that you do not do is program hop. As men, we tend to chase novelty, and I see a lot of guys changing their program every 2 weeks. But if you want to make progress, you need to stay with the same program for at least 6 to 8 weeks so that you have a chance to progressively overload. That's how you're going to make progress, not by chasing novelty. And look, for the really busy guys out there, my advice to you is go to the gym before work. How many times have you told yourself you're going to go to the gym after work, but after a 10 or 11-hour shift, you'd rather do anything but step foot in that gym and train? So start going in the morning and you will actually go. The bottom line of it is, if you want to get to 12% body fat, you have to weight train. Yes, it's not going to burn that many calories, but it's going to make you look and feel amazing when you get down there. Okay, now onto the real engine of fat loss, which is of course nutrition. And believe me, no matter how consistent you are in the gym, if you don't get this right, you will never lose fat. When I was 30% body fat, I thought that as long as I was training, I could eat anything and still lose fat. But just to prove to you how stupid that is, this was my first year transformation when I was eating whatever I liked. That just shows how you have to nail your nutrition if you want to make any progress. Bearing in mind I was training 6 days a week during that year. The way you should approach your nutrition is in 3 simple steps. The first being, and the most important being, calories. To work out how many calories you should be eating to lose weight, times your body weight in pounds by 12. That's going to give you a starting point, and you can adjust the calories up and down depending on how much progress you make. When you are 30% body fat, you can sustainably lose 2 to 3 pounds a week, but when you get down to 16% or lower, it's much better to slow it down to a pound a week to ensure you are not losing muscle. Secondly is protein, and this is even more simple. Whatever your body weight is in pounds, eat that many grams of protein per day. The third step is your food choices, and I'm a massive advocate for the 80-20 diet, where 80% of your calories come from single ingredient whole foods and 20% of your calories come from whatever you feel like, which makes it a diet you can stick to without problems for the rest of your life. Now, something you are guaranteed to experience at some point is the wall. Usually within the first 4 to 8 weeks, fat loss comes easy. It feels like you just do a little bit and the scale starts tumbling. But eventually, usually after 8 weeks, the scale will slow down, your cravings will kick in, you'll feel hungry all the time, and it will feel like you just can't lose fat anymore. I can remember times where the wall hit me and all I could think about 24/7 was pizza. And sometimes I would give in, and that's where most guys would quit, but you need to understand this. The wall isn't you failing, it's simple biology. Your body has no idea that you live in the modern world where food and water is available at the tap of a button. It thinks you are starving, so it slows your metabolism, shifts your hormones, and throws cravings at you because it thinks it's saving your life. When this happens, the absolute biggest mistake you can make is slashing your calories by, say, another 500 overnight. Most guys think that will solve it, but if anything, it makes it worse. When you do hit the wall, and you will hit the wall, simply cut your daily calorie intake by another 100 calories, measure your progress after a week, and then adjust up or down where needed. You should also build in diet breaks every 12 to 16 weeks where you're going to eat your maintenance calorie level for a week or two. This is going to refill your glycogen stores, boost your metabolism, and give you energy again. Just remember, fat loss is never linear. There are going to be some weeks where you don't lose anything or maybe even gain something, but don't be emotional about it. Simply make the necessary adjustments or take a break. I used to get so upset with the number that I saw on the scale to the point where it was completely fucking me up mentally. You have to completely detach yourself from the number and look at the long-term vision. That's how it becomes sustainable, and you'll be able to lose fat and keep it off for life. So don't fear the slowdown, expect it and prepare for it. That's the difference between guys who quit when they get to 20% body fat and the guys that make it to 12% body fat. Now onto cardio, and this is where so many guys go wrong, including myself. When I first started trying to lose fat, I saw all cardio exercises, especially the treadmill, as some magic formula to losing fat. So I thought to myself, okay, if I spend an hour doing cardio every single day, that means I can eat what I want, right? That means that I've earned the food, I can have a big meal and dessert. And that completely destroyed my progress because I would overestimate how many calories I've actually burned and then eat way too many calories when I got home, which just left me fat. The truth is, cardio doesn't really burn as many calories as you may think it does. And if you're not careful, you can end up eating more calories than you burn doing that cardio, just like I was, and you end up putting on weight. You need to be smart about your cardio, and the form of cardio you should be doing every single day is 10 to 12k steps, which adds up massively over time. Let's say you're 200 pounds right now. 10,000 steps is going to burn around 450 calories at a brisk pace, and walking is the only cardio you really need to be doing when you first start out. But remember the wall that we discussed earlier in the video? One of the best ways to break that down is to do 3 30-minute incline treadmill cardio sessions a week. That's going to create the extra deficit needed to get that scale going down again. What is so important for you to remember though is that 80% of your fat loss is going to come through your nutrition and 20% will come through your cardio. You need to see cardio as the fuel that goes onto the fire, not the fire itself. The next part of the video is what I deem to be the difference between the guys who succeed and the guys who give up or fail, and it's mindset. There are 3 traps that you may fall into, but you have to avoid these if you want to get to 12% body fat. The first is treat and binge meals. Look, there's nothing wrong with the occasional burger or the occasional pizza. Remember we said the 80-20 rule, and that's what you should live by forever. But a massive mistake you can make is turning that one treat meal into an all-out binge, because that's how you can wipe out weeks of progress. Own your choices. If you go over your calories a little, whatever, stop feeling guilty and move on. Dwelling on it and being like, oh my god, I've ruined everything, is going to make you binge more, and that's how you stay fat for life. Secondly, you have to break free from the restriction mindset. Starving yourself all day long is never the answer to losing fat. Let's say you have a business dinner or you go out with your friends in the evening, make sure you still eat in the day. Just save a big chunk of your calories for dinner by eating eating small meals and snacks throughout the day. That way you can just enjoy your night and relax. That kind of flexibility is how you stay lean for life. And finally, this is the big one. If you want to lose fat, you have to accept that sometimes you're just going to be hungry. One of the main reasons why you're fat is because your entire life you've seen being hungry as some crazy scary alarm you have to react to. So every time you feel slightly hungry, you eat. But that's literally your hunger controlling you. You should see hunger as progress, not as an emergency. You're not going to die. It's just part of the journey that you're on. So look, the fastest way to get to 12% body fat is not by having a perfect plan. It's by having a plan that fits around your lifestyle, your goals, your responsibilities, so that you can stick to it. And if you want some help with that, where you work with me one-on-one so that you can lose fat, build muscle, and reclaim both your energy and your confidence, click the first link in the description and book a call with me. Other than that, I hope this video helped, and I'll see you in the next one.